Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my friends around the world, and welcome to this special episode of Women Getting Visible. What I want you to take a notice of right now, if you're actually watching it, and if you're not, listen closely. We have an amazing event coming up, part of the Women Getting Visible tour, called She Aligns in Annapolis this April 2026. You can join us at womengettingvisible.com, Annapolis 2026. Right there. See that? And sign up for it. It is going to be an intimate, high touch workshop. And what I am so excited to do today is introduce you to the other wonderful women who I am partnering with on this amazing workshop called She Aligns. So first up, I'm going to introduce you to the lovely Carrie Baquié. Hello, Carrie.
Hey.
I'm so excited. Tell us a little bit about where you are in the world and what you do.
Well, I'm actually in Annapolis, so that's you guys are coming to me, which is awesome. It's such a great town, and I'm thrilled to be here and thrilled to be co-hosting this with you and Barb Scala. Um, I am a junk drawer therapist, and people go, "Oh, was a junk drawer therapist?" Well, we all have a junk drawer, right? We've all got a junk drawer in our house, and we're like, there's filled with keys and pens that don't work, and like all this sorts of stuff. Well, I'm a junk drawer therapist for your mind, because we all have junk drawers in our mind that are keeping us from shining our light brightly and from getting visible and from doing the things that really matter in our lives. And that's the work that I do. I do that as a master NLP practitioner, neuro linguistic programming. And in the workshop, we're going to be talking about releasing old programs and patterns that are keeping us hiding and keeping us spinning our wheels and all of that stuff that we want to just clear out and get rid of.
Ooh, and I can't wait to dig deeper into that. Thank you, Carrie. And next, we have Barb Scala. Hello, Barb.
Hey, Christina.
Tell us where you're calling from in today and what you are doing.
I'm calling from very snowy Connecticut, and I'm so excited to be part of She Aligns with you and Carrie, because we're going to be rooting into our value. I'm an alignment strategist, and I help women really align into their next chapter with work they are meant to do. And sometimes we get onto a trajectory and we don't really align. And we want to align not only just with stuff that we love, that's part of it, but we also want to root into our value, into the rich value we all have, so that we can, what I do with my Seeds for Success framework, so we can believe in our value. We can let go of that stuff that Carrie was talking about that doesn't support our value. So then we can own it. We can optimize our energy, and we can manifest the momentum, the impact, and the results we want in our next chapters. So I'm excited to be with you and Carrie in She Aligns in Annapolis in April.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Barb. And I can't wait to dig into more with you. And I am Christina Vidovich, the host and founder of Women Getting Visible. I am a visibility strategist. So one of the things I'm going to be bringing to She Aligns is that confidence in your visibility. Once we have that clarity of our message and who we need to be, and we find that alignment and that attraction that comes with it, then we can step out into the world and be more visible, because we know what we want to be sharing with the world. And I help women do that with their social medias, with partnership workshops, just like the amazing one we're doing here with She Aligns, and getting women on stages to speak about where they want to be and give their messages in our Women Getting Visible conferences. So let's bring back our two lovely guest hosts today, Carrie and Barb, and let's talk about She Aligns.
Well, I just have to start that. I love the title because alignment's my thing. And we're all working on this alignment in our own ways. I mean, Carrie with those patterns that drive us around, and you, Christina, with the visibility part. So, see, she aligns is just alignment is what everyone needs. So, they're not just spinning their wheels. I hear it a lot from women. They're swirling. They're either stuck between two things they're trying to figure out, or they're just not getting started. They're not gaining that momentum. And this is a way to really move forward, get unstuck, but more than that, really get aligned.
Exactly. And I love that because when you feel the alignment, well, that's it. You feel the alignment. I
Yeah.
mean, I know I do when I'm in that right space that you know.
You embody it, right, Carrie? I mean, you embody it. That's part of all that release stuff. So you can.
Yeah, it's actually like it is energetic weight that lifts from your body.
Yeah.
And that energetic weight currently, if you haven't cleared out those old programs and patterns, and if you are out of alignment, they're holding onto you. They're like cement blocks on your feet that literally keep you from moving forward. So the work that we're doing together in synergy is to help women really release that block, release those weights from our body, from our feet, from our moving forward, and getting into alignment and stop hiding and start like showing up in the beautiful way and shining our beautiful, incredible light that we need to shine because other people need us. They're waiting for us.
Yes.
Oh.
Go ahead, please, Barb.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, the women I work with, I mean, we stumbled upon something, not like I didn't know, but the other day we talked about how we're all healers in one form or another, in the way we manifest it. And this is the way we can add our spark, our light to the world. And what a great thing is aligning women to shine their light into the world, be visible, release all that stuff, align, and just make great effects for and wonderful things happen for like a ripple effect for so
Yeah.
many.
Yes, it's so that was actually my word of the morning was ripple effect. The things that we do and how we can really translate that, and we find out so much later like, wow, not only did we do something incredible that came from us, but it went on to serve other people. I absolutely love that. One of the things I love is originator stories. So, Carrie, how did you end up in the work that you're doing now? Because I love this whole concept of releasing old patterns and programming because we've all been through that in some form, fashion. How did you get here in this space?
You know, it's been a long journey, like a journey through personal growth and personal development. And I got very sick for about 4 years and going through that journey of recovery and tuning into what really matters in the recovery process. Part of that is the nervous system, because our nervous system drives so much of who we are and how we function. And when I learned about the interplay of the unconscious with the nervous system, so the unconscious events from our past, those programs and patterns are imprinted in our nervous system through the unconscious, right? So they're very tightly tied together. And I just, when I started coaching, it was like coming home. And then when I started with the neuro-linguistic programming that interweaves the unconscious with the nervous system, it was another level of home. It was like my own little bedroom. Like, I'm like, so I belong here. Like, this is the work that I'm meant to do. And so I have so much fun with my clients. I have so much fun sharing this work with the world. And I'm so glad to be working with you to do that.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to be sharing everything. What about a win in what you have done, Carrie? If you could give us one win that you were like, wow, I watched this transformation of this particular client and this is what happened. I would love to hear a story about that.
So, I have this one client who came to me, and she was a successful woman in corporate. She wanted to step out and make her own business, make her own name. And she's about a year in, and she's just frustrated. She was frustrated, and she was like, why am I not moving faster? Why am I not progressing? Why am I in the kitchen baking sourdough bread instead of doing the needle moving actions? Right. And really, she was hiding, and she was not getting visible. She was afraid of being seen. She was afraid of being judged. She was afraid of being seen as an imposter, right? That old imposter syndrome. And with the work that we did, she's now doing things on stage. She's now doing virtual events. She's getting out there, and she's speaking her expertise and owning her expertise and owning her authority with confidence and clarity. And it's just so awesome to see her bloom into who she's meant to be.
Ooh, and there's a beautiful segue, the bloom. And that is one of Barb's words, bloom with Barb. So Barb, tell us how you ended up getting into this work, because you've worked with some amazing women as well. And you have aligned with alignment. So talk to us about that.
And not only have I aligned with my own alignment, but it is so incredible, the alignment here that's going on, because Carrie used not only bloom, but what she was meant to do. And I really speak to that with women, because I start working with them and they might start working in one area. Help me. I mean, my win, I like to say my poster woman that I talk about is someone who I've been working with, and she's just done incredible things. And she came to me as a massage practitioner and a mindfulness thought leader, but she really wasn't in that space. She really wasn't visible. And she was actually in a plateau for quite a number of years. She wasn't out there speaking her truth. And she was using the front end of her business being the massage to go into organizations rather than that mindfulness thought leadership. We flipped the model. And it was not easy. And she went like this at first, like almost like my throat chakra, like how can I be visible? How can I have this voice in this space? Not only does she have this voice, she's an incredible leader. She is doing wellness programs for companies, for so many people, and making such an impact. So what we feel originally, what we're working on could be, yeah, I want to do this and I want to build my business, but really, I like to say I have that kind of Superman or Superwoman, what is it, that X-ray vision, where I'm like, with them, I'm not feeling they're aligned. I'm going to say, I just think there's something else. Let's keep digging in my bloom world, right? Let's get rooted. Let's really root into how you can really get aligned. And she did this and is doing this. And it's just incredible to see the transformation.
Yes, it is incredible to watch people go through those transformations and step into themselves. And as someone who is in that visibility space, so it's like, well, how did you end up in that space, Christina? Well, I'll tell you how I ended up in that space.
It is your turn.
Well, having been a professional ballroom dancer for my entire life, having been in the spotlight, turn a media person into podcasting in particular, there was a need. I would speak to women and they would talk to me as the cameras stopped rolling. How do I get on more podcasts? How do I get my book out there? How do I get my message out there? I have more to say. Where can I go speak? And I heard it. And I went, that's it. That is the place I'm meant to be. I have put 20,000 dancers plus on stages to perform for people over my course of my career. And now it's a time to go, okay, these women, they need the space. They want the space to share their brilliance. Because look, we're all doing that work together to make them shine. I liken it to that piece of jewelry that's sitting in your drawer and it's gorgeous, but it's just sitting there. But when you pull it out and you polish it up, oh my goodness, it's in all of us. And when we bring it out and wear it, people notice. So I am so excited about that. And we are going to have just a moment interval here to talk about the Visibility Accountability Group that I hold with Women Getting Visible every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And everybody's welcome to come and join us. We'll be right back.
Share your story, own your name, step in the light, ignite your flame, show up, shine out, it's time to be heard, flip fear into power with every word, visibility, accountability, we write a wild new legacy.
What I love about that is that line, we write a wild new legacy, because we all have the opportunity every day to step in and make our own legacy. What I love about the work that we're all doing is we're not asking women to change. We're asking women to stand in their strength of who they are and remembering who they are. And that, I think, is one of the most important pieces. So, Barb, when you're working with women, what do you find is the biggest bridge into that block that they have been holding themselves?
And build things that they've done before, like we're going to do, helps women put those puzzle pieces together to have maybe an aha moment where they say, okay, I get it. I get where I'm meant to go now. And you may not know how to get there. And it's great because we're going to have, support after the workshop on April 25th, or the retreat day on April 25th, so that there could be some, unpacking after this event that could be really exciting to explore as well.
Ooh, and I agree with that, because it's just one day, but it doesn't end there.
Yeah.
There will be more touch points with all of us. And I think that support is so important in that journey. And Carrie, what is the biggest thing?
Right? The lockets from the jewelry, and you're polishing it. Really, when you're polishing it, you're wiping away the misunderstandings. And when you can wipe away the misunderstandings and stand in your power of knowing that you are worthy, that you are lovable, that you are powerful, you are enough, nothing can stop you.
Ooh, that would be.
It's so crucial. Walk these steps, and when women skip that, or anyone skips them, it doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing. When you skip over that inner work and want to manifest that outer, want to build a business, really want to be profitable and visible, and all the things that we want from being in our space, people wonder why they're just swirling, why it's not happening, because steps have been skipped over. So you really got to start from the inside out.
Yes, and I 100% agree with that and believe in that, because, someone was talking and they're like, I was chasing visibility. I'm like, you could chase visibility all day long, and nothing's going to happen because you're chasing it. So if you're missing some of those pieces, just like you said, the steps, it's going to take a lot longer. And when you actually come to somebody like what we're offering and going, oh, if I do this to get to this, to get to this, then it all is the puzzle pieces that make sense when we put them together. Yeah, I totally.
Well, and part of it in the work that I do is, and I think it ties in with the rest of the works that you do, is that the unconscious, we're trying to solve an unconscious problem. 95% of our behaviors are driven by the unconscious, and we're trying to solve an unconscious problem with the conscious mind. And
Mhm.
so we need to break free of that paradigm because it frustrates us to no end. We wonder, like, I know logically what to do, but why am I not doing it? It's because it's an unconscious problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed coming from being a professional practitioner in the world, and you that's default to work in the transformation way, and that's a shift, and that's the work that we can, work on our She Aligns in Annapolis on April 25th. Because it's helping to not doing the subconscious, Carrie, like you say, that default, that's, and overriding that and putting some thought into it and saying, yeah, I can be a transformational uh, person in my work, and doing work I was meant to do a lot, and aligning with it, and really shining our light. And can I mention, we also have a pre-gathering. We have the actual in-person gathering. We mentioned the post-gathering. So this is just not a one-stop shop thing.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, we have a Meet the Speakers call where you can join us and actually get to have a little Q&A with us. And again, when you check out the website right here, Women Getting Visible, Annapolis 2026, you will find out more of that information right there. So we have that Meet the Speakers, and then we do another touch point before the event. So when you
Right.
have more questions that you're getting ready for that day, going to be transformational. I don't sound too AI when I say transformational, do I? But I really believe that that's something that is going to be happening in that room as we're releasing the patterns and programming. We are rooting into our value, and we are rising into our visibility. Yeah. It's incredible, incredible work that we have coming up for everyone. So what are some last thoughts as to who is this for and why they should be in the room? Carrie, what would you say?
So I believe that this is best fitted for a woman who knows her potential and who is feeling some frustration with not stepping into her potential as much as she wants to be, right? There's this untapped potential, and she knows there's something that's holding her back, but she can't quite put her finger on it. She can't quite figure out what the magic sauce is. And we are going to provide the magic sauce to help her get clarity and help her get a plan in order so that she can move back forward and step into that potential.
Nice.
Already is in our next chapter. It doesn't know how to gain this momentum. It's just kind of what you mentioned. And she's going to get that clarity. She's going to get those puzzle pieces put together so it all makes sense. So there is an action plan forward so she can manifest what she wants in her life and her work. So it's exciting.
Yeah. Well, and I also want to mention the structure. So when the ladies come in, there'll be a little bit of networking time so they have a chance to get to know each other, chance to chat with us, and then listen to all of our talks. After lunch, because who doesn't love a delicious lunch during a workshop day, we will have time for everybody to workshop together. So you will be guided by us through that afternoon to work through the pieces that you really want to dig into more. And then we're going to share with each other, what are we going to walk away with? What actionable items can we take with us today at the end of this event? And hey, you're enjoying it? Join us for dinner. We're going to have high touch point dinner as well, so that we can even talk more about the strategies you want to take into your next steps into your business. So That is what's the exclamation point on what She Aligns is going to be about. So I want to thank you both today, Carrie and Barb, for joining me on Women Getting Visible. And if someone's curious about you, Carrie, how can they find you in the LinkedIn world or your website? How can someone find you?
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy. You see my name on the screen, Carrie Baquié. I am Carrie Baquié on Instagram. I'm Carrie Baquié on LinkedIn, and my website is Carrie Baquié. So find me there. And
Terrific.
for those who are listening, it's Carrie, Carrie, Baquié, Baquie.
Perfect, perfect. And check out the show notes because then her name will be written in there as well. And Barb, how can someone find you?
They can find me at Bloom with Barb. That's pretty easy. On LinkedIn, I'm Barb Scala, and that my last name is S as in Sam, Cala. And so either Barb Scala or Bloom with Barb, you will find me.
Terrific, terrific. I'm so excited to have you two ladies. And again, the website is womengettingvisible.com, Annapolis 2026, to join us for the She Aligns workshop coming up April 25, 2026. You had one more last thing to say, Barb?
Yeah, we only have 20 spots, less than that, because a couple of people have signed on. So it's an intimate gathering. It's a gathering. It's high impact. It's really going to be high touch, high impact, intimate, wonderful, interactive, bonding, the whole bit.
Love it. Thank you so much, Christina. Thank you so much, Barb.
Thank you. Thank you, Christina. And Carrie, I'm so honored to be in this space and doing this with you.
Yes. All
Yes, absolutely.
in Annapolis, and I love it. So, Carrie, thank you for living there. So we had a place to go.
Yes. Great place.
Absolutely.
Great place
Absolutely.
to go.
Amazing. And my hope is that we're going to go up to Connecticut and do a repeat workshop for the ladies of the Northeast.
Yeah, and we've got the coastline here, so we can bring that nautical theme into the Northeast and do it again. I'd love it.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you, ladies. And thank you, everyone, for watching and listening to this episode of Women. Who's up next in the Golden Chair? Join us next week. I'm your host, Christina Vidovich of Women Getting Visible.